We're talking hope today, Angus.
Yeah. It's one of those times of the year where you can't help but troll through your memory bank as to what Christmas was like. And
Mm.
we're super blessed, Wendy and I, as my wife is, that we've got four children. And when they were younger, Christmas was always an event.
Mm.
Every child had a completely different way of opening their presents. One would just tear the wrapping off with sheer delight, papers flying everywhere. And another one would just sit quietly, line all the presents up in a row, and then open them one at a time, carefully just savoring the moment. But the incredible thing was, it didn't matter what method they used, the thing that was true is that until the wrapping came off, the gift was a mystery.
Mm.
You couldn't discover anything while the wrapping was still on it. And the excitement, the joy came in the unwrapping. You can imagine the kids' faces. What am I going to find? What's waiting for me? And in a way, Christmas is that kind of moment. It's an invitation to unwrap. It's a chance to rediscover the hope behind the story. Because Christmas didn't arrive fully explained. It came wrapped in the stable, wrapped in obscurity, wrapped in a baby, wrapped in the life of a tiny, fragile baby too. And I guess as we come to Christmas, who could have thought that hope would have come in something so small?
Well, I
It's
think
still
it's
for
really
us.
unexpected, isn't it? It's not something
It,
that you would have imagined. And you know
no,
what's really
completely.
interesting, Angus, when you talk about that and this beautiful hope and anticipation and thrill of the mystery of Christmas that we get to experience, that children really brilliantly capture in their way they express themselves at Christmas time. I'm actually reminded that as we walk our Christian journey and our relationship with God, we are still unfolding and unwrapping these moments with Him, these miracles that we experience as we, walk through our salvation each day on this earth, right? Because from the moment you get saved, there's more. There's more, right?
Oh yeah, it's an incredible story. I mean, you think about this, is that we are unwrapping life through the journey. We peel back fear, we peel back disappointment, we think about the year that we've just had, we think about the experiences, the challenges, the griefs, the joy, and underneath it all, we find that God is a God who keeps his promises. And I think
Mm.
that's a Christmas story. Christmas tells us that hope is not wishful thinking. Hope has a name, and his name is Jesus. It's all about Jesus.
Mm. To
And,
extend
and
this.
here's something that had me really thinking about it as I was reading the book last week. I came across a quote uh, from a philosopher from centuries ago called Peter Abelard, and he said this: "By doubting, we come to inquiry, and through inquiry, we perceive truth." In other words, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to
Mm.
look closer, to wonder what the story really means. And that's what we do when we unwrap. When we unwrap gifts and we unwrap our life layer by layer, we begin to see the truth of who Jesus is. And I guess for me, my hope for Christmas, for everybody listening, and is that, when they think about the story, that they do pause and look into the manger and unwrap the whole story about Christmas and discover the hope that is there.
Mm. Angus,
That's my real hope.
that's a great perspective on that. If I was to add anything to it, it makes me also think of how when Christmas rolls around, especially when you're a kid, sometimes you've got ideas about the gift that you want and the gift that you need. And you open it up and you're like, oh, I didn't ask for this. This isn't the thing that I thought I needed. And to me, like that is my first encounter with the Christmas story. It's like I thought I needed, you know, better careers, better relationships, all this kind of thing. And you open it up and you go, oh, it's a baby and a mate. I didn't. This isn't what I thought I wanted, but it's actually the best gift I've ever been given.
Yeah, and the Jewish people too, they thought they needed like a king on a horse with a flaming sword to
Yeah.
just destroy the Roman emperor and the Roman Empire. But actually, here came this tiny little baby, this
Oh
humble
yeah,
Jesus that was
yeah,
a man of no significant appearance, yet he was the savior of the world.
yeah. I think the way that you guys have put it is great. That Jesus came to not to tell us what we want to hear, but to tell us what we need to hear.
Mm.
And we look everywhere for an answer to life's problems, and the answer is in a little baby born in a manger, born in obscurity, where even his mother, who said as she heard all about who this God was going to be, we're told Mary treasured these things in her heart. So as she went through life, she was unwrapping more and more and more about God's story. And really, we've got to do the same. We've got to be inquiry, ask questions, and let God unwrap the story for us.
It is a gift that keeps on giving. Whether or not you opened it for the first time many years ago, or this might be your first Christmas unwrapping that present, there is more to be found. Angus, beautiful thought this morning.
Yeah, there's more and more and more, and we've just got to go looking for it.
Thank you so much for watching that with us. If you want to watch the next video just like it, this is the one for you.
We're so grateful to have your company on this channel, and there are so many more incredible stories. So make sure you like and subscribe right here.